Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing slash unbagging. Really, there's no box involved, but I did get this package in the mail, and I believe all of these supplies are from our friend at Dick Blick. I will just go ahead and open them and get started right now because I know how much everybody likes me to do these unbagging, unboxing things. And there were a couple things that I didn't do an unbagging video on that I should have, and I can't get this open. And I'm gonna add those into this. But this is a set of magnets, powerful magnets, and somebody was asking, I forget who it was, it's been Kathy, but I'm not sure, was asking about my aluminum palette that I use. This is my studio palette. I travel with this when I'm going up north, like for a weekend or whatever. And it holds, I believe, 65 colors. Plus I have some pans in here that came from one of my Instagram followers. And she's at Mojo Designs. But anyway, she was asking about this palette. I do have a video on these palettes that I have. I have a smaller one too that I use for travel. So I will link that below for you so that you can find it. And I'm sorry I'm out of breath. My asthma's acting up today. Oh, it just fell open. What do you know? These are my magnets I got. I got little ones, the itty bitty kind, and I got like medium sized kind. They're so strong I can't get them out of the tin. Holy smokes. So there you go. That's all of them. They all came in a big package. They came in a box, and this tin could be good for a palette actually. I might have to consider that, except it's not a hinged container. Diesel, no, don't start. Excuse me. The next thing I have in here, you guys probably know these. These are boxes for watercolor. I got a new color that I wanted to try out. It's by Daniel Smith, of course. You know me and Daniel Smith. But anyway, check this one out. This one's called German Greenish Raw Umber. Ouch. Oh, sorry. My thumb just kind of came out of joint a little bit. German Greenish Raw Umber. And it's a really cool raw umber. It's and what I mean is that it's cool. It's cooler than regular raw umber, and I'll show you the difference in a little bit. Actually, my difference would be with a Daler Rowney color, but it's very similar to Daniel Smith. So the next thing I got were brushes. I got some brushes. Now, I've been wanting to get a brush that Ann Laure over at Following the White Rabbit uses. She uses a Winsor and Newton Sable brush, which has the tapered point. And the tapered point's great, except you can't get them anywhere. Not the size I want. I wanted a size 7, and I can't find it anywhere. Or an 8, I'd be happy with. Nobody has them in stock, and I guess it's because they're not making them right now. So I wanted to try Dick Blick's Kosinski brushes. So I got one of his. This is a size 8 round, and it comes to a very fine point. Look at that point on that thing. Woo, baby. And we're going to try out some watercolors with my new brushes. I'm so excited. This one is the Winsor and Newton Professional Watercolor Sable Pointed Round, and this is the one that I want in a larger size, but I got a size 5 just so I could try it out, and I really needed a new size 5. Holy smokes. Oh, it's got a little piece of sable that busted off on the side. Now, maybe it'll be fine. I didn't do that. It came like that. This is the point. Look at the difference just from the Dick Blick. Now, granted, these are different sizes. I gotta smooth this out a little bit. Let me get it wet. It's got the gum arabic on it, but holy smokes, it just wants to flip out. I hope it's okay. If not, I'm sending this sucker back because they're not cheap. Look at the point on that blue one. That blue one is a Winsor and Newton size 5. That's what their tapered point, their pointed round looks like. And I don't know if you can see this, but it gets so fine that I almost can't see it with the naked eye. There's a little fine tip on there. See that tip? Look at how fine it goes all the way out to here. Whoops. It goes like all the way out to there. Right to there. So let me do it again. You can see. Oh, come on. Focus, 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 focus. There it goes. Look at how fine that gets. You can't even see it. It's just a whisper of a hair and it disappears. Maybe that one's falling out or something. But anyway, so I got that one in a size 5. And then I got one of their regular rounds because I just wanted to try it, you know, and check it out. Just because I was shopping and wanted a new brush. Anyway, this one is from their Professional Watercolor Sable series. And this is by Winsor and Newton. And this is a size 7 round. Holy smokes. And the rounds are not as pointed. Boy, but they sure have their pieces coming out the side. I hope I can train it back. There's not much gum arabic on it. They really should have put more on if that's the case, or don't put the plastic things on. Holy shnikes. I'm sorry, that's my word that I use is holy shnikes. I say it all the time, or lordy cow. Anyway, you can see the difference from their pointed round, which is pointing up right now. Yikes. I hope I'm going to like these. They didn't get the most terrific reviews, but these are their inexpensive line. And then you can see the difference between the round point, even though they're a different size, and their pointed rounds, which is great for detail work. So, come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. So anyway, that's the difference. So I got those 3 brushes. I got to tell you guys something. Something really cool happened to me yesterday. I received an email from the Spondylitis Association of America. I had made a donation after receiving my settlement, and I wanted to give a larger donation to the Spondylitis Association for all the research and everything that they do to try to help cure our problem. Or at least help us, you know, they're a great support system. But so if you have ankylosing spondylitis, spondyloarthritis, you know, reactive arthritis, any of those that cause ankylosing spondylitis, you should go check out their website at spondylitis.org, SPONDYLITIS.org. And they're just a great support system, and we get quarterly magazines and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, I received an email from them yesterday, and one of their marketing people there had told me about a yearly calendar that they do, and they asked me to send, if I would be willing to send in some artwork for their calendar. And there's stipulations with this calendar. You have to use their logo. I'll get a picture of the logo, and I will put it up in, I think it goes in this corner. I'm looking at myself, so I think it goes over here. But anyway, I'll put it up in the corner so you can see what their logo looks like. It looks almost like 3 heads with 3 arms kind of wrapped around like this, but really what they are 3 vertebrae from the spine. And I have to incorporate that in my artwork. I have an awesome plan in store. I've already done a couple lead-in kind of practice things and went through some really good paper, but don't like it, so I'm going to redo it. But I have a really cool idea, and I ran it by them, and they were so excited about it. So if the Spondylitis Association is watching this at all, I do so appreciate you asking me to put some artwork forth for your calendar. That's just really awesome. So I'm working on it, and I will get it to you. So anyway, let's turn the camera around now, and I will go ahead and show you these colors that I got. That I forgot to tell you all about was this stamp set. You may have seen other people with them, and you can get them at, I think you can get them at Stampin' Up. You can get them at waffleflower.com, or just Google waffle flower and you'll find them. But this is a little swatch set that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and use it to test out our brushes and to also show you the new colors. It even has little stamps that say manufacturer, brand, series, tube, pan, ink, liquid, pigment, dye, paper, and name. There's mass tone on this one. This one is for granulation, transparency. I'm not sure what that is. S. My mind is blank. Anyway, and light fastness. It's got dots up to 5 stars on this little stamp here. So you can do that for all of your colors. That'd be great to do. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this on this paper here. This is just a piece of rough Saunders Waterford paper that from my other video, and I just have the back on. And if you buy Saunders Waterford paper, also one thing I wanted to tell you, it's 100% cotton. It's not cheap paper, but it is probably my favorite. I think I like it better than Arches, I might say, but I like Arches too. But the nice thing about this, since I do a lot of landscape painting, having rough paper is kind of nice, but their rough is probably pretty similar to Arches cold press. They're very similar. Oh, maybe not. No, they're not. So we'll forget that. But anyway, the other thing is you can flip it over onto the other side and you have a perfect cold press surface. And they advertise that as a cold press surface. It's not all indented. You get some undulation with it. So you can see there compared to how rough it is on this side. So anyway, let me go ahead and stamp these, get them on my paper, and then we'll go ahead and we'll test out these brushes. I have to say, my Stays on ink is not dried out, but I had trouble getting this to stamp. It may be the paper because it's just so absorbent, but it didn't. And then I went to line it up and I couldn't, because I couldn't line it up with the lines on my stamp pad because my stamp was too big for this stamper. I should have just done it anyway. But maybe I'll just do it again. We'll see what happens if I do it this way. Hang it off a little bit on both sides. I think I will. Just go like that. Excuse my head in the frame here. Don't want it to bend. There we go. There. Of course, now the ink's going to come off. I'm going to try it again here. Let's see what happens. Because this ink is not dry. It's not that old. I've been using it, yes, but there, now I got some on the inside, which I didn't want to do. Because I don't want to get it in my stamp on the paper. Okay, now let's try this again, see what happens. I'm pressing super firm because I'm afraid it won't come out. Normally I don't press this firm, but pressing the edge that's hanging over, press this edge that's hanging over. Maybe that's part of the problem. I just don't have it dispersed evenly. I don't know. I think it's the paper. There we go, we got it. Maybe it was just that this was needing to be cleaned first. I did not clean it. I just went ahead and stamped it. But okay, got you all set up now. I'm going to show you how all three of these brushes work, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to go over all of my new colors. We're going to start here with my Anthraquinoid Scarlet, and I'm going to use my Blick Master Sable Mal Kosinski brush. And of course, you can get that at dickblick.com. And this is my Anthraquinoid Scarlet. I hope I didn't get a mix of color in there. I'm just going to go ahead and put my mass tone down on here. So that's my Anthraquinoid Scarlet. This is a great color. And I'm liking this brush. This brush is fantastic. Let's try another color here. I'm going to go with my transparent Red Oxide. And it is also a Daniel Smith color. It is similar to, sort of, Burnt Sienna, only a little bit warmer than Burnt Sienna and a little bit stronger a lot stronger pigment. Now I've got some over here already, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it out of here. This brush is very nice, holds its point very well. I'm going to switch over to this brush now. This is the number 7 Winsor and Newton Professional Watercolor Sable Round. This is the one that doesn't have a great point to it. So let me pull out my Perylene Green next. That's the other color that I got. Now Perylene Green is PBK 31 pigment. It is excellent light fastness. It is medium staining, non-granulating, and semi-transparent. Now, if you use it heavily, oh, that's right, I don't need to take it from there. I'll take it from over here. If you're not putting it on super heavy, you're not going to have issues with that. See, I already am not getting a point with this brush. I don't know. This one could be one that's going to sit. I'll just have to wait and see. See if I can stay in the lines with this one. A true test. Okay, so that's that one. Then my next one is Indanthrone Blue. Now, Indanthrone Blue is the same pigment as, I believe, M. Graham calls it Anthraquinoid Blue, just like this is Anthraquinoid Scarlet. This one is Anthraquinoid Blue under M. Graham. It's called Indanthrone Blue under Daniel Smith. It's just a name difference. The pigments are the same. It is PB 60. These are all single pigment colors so far, which means if you're a beginner painter, they're a lot easier to mix with without getting mud. It is excellent light fastness, medium staining again, non-granulating, and this one is transparent. It's a very strong color. It's deeper than ultramarine and bluer than indigo. It's kind of in between the two. I'm having trouble. See, I can't stay in the lines with this darn brush. It is just so difficult. Strange. That the second I set the brush down, it doesn't spring back. See? It did not spring back to a point. It's kind of flat and hard to control my edges with. I like my pointy brushes. Beautiful color, though, isn't it? I think it's a beautiful color. Okay, I've been wanting that one for a long time. I'm going to switch to my number 5. Oh, Winsor and Newton Professional Watercolor Sable Pointed Round. This one's the one that keeps the point very well, and it points all the way to the moon and back. And well, hopefully not back, or it'd be curved, and we don't want a curved brush. My new color, this German Greenish Raw Umber. I'm really excited about this color. I just put some down on my palette a little bit ago, so I'm just going to grab some here. I'm going to go ahead and try to... This is really meant for fine work. This brush is so small. A number 5. I don't know if I was off the camera or not. You can almost see a little bit of green in this, I think. No problem staying in the lines there, huh? Let me grab some raw umber here. Now, my regular raw umber is from Daler Rowney, and all I have down here is 4 stars, which is good light fastness, and it's transparent. It's either good or excellent. I can't remember. So, let me just grab some here. Now, as I remember, this color is a little warmer. Yeah, look at the difference. I've got to grab a different brush, though. Let me grab this other one. That pointed round is great, but not for what I'm doing right now. Oh, actually, I wanted this Blick one. I like the Blick one better. The prices were fairly reasonable, too. I will post links for everything down below. My paint, I got... I think I've got some on Amazon. I got some at Dick Blick, so... Yeah, look at the difference in these 2 colors. Raw umber, German greenish raw umber. Now, it's called German greenish raw umber because it is from Germany, the pigment. But even in the lightest tones, you can see that it's still very, very warm in comparison to this one. So... And then lastly, I wanted to show, somebody was asking about my titanium buff, or buff titanium. This one I got because I had been using a lot of yellow ochre in beach scenes and stuff like that. And I really needed something lighter, and I wanted some buff titanium because it is on the light side. I can show you on my palette here. This is it right there. That's my buff titanium, and right next to it is my yellow ochre. Huge difference. So that is buff titanium. And on my thingamajig here, it says that buff titanium is excellent light fastness. It is low staining or non-staining. I think one is non-staining. Yeah, it is non-staining, and it is granulating. And it's semi-transparent. I knew it was semi-transparent. These real light colors usually are. I got to tilt this back. All my colors are running here. But anyway, those are my new colors, and I'm real excited about them. They're beautiful colors. Now, I just wanted to insert this shot here. This is a day later after all my brushes have dried. And the 2 Winsor and Newton brushes, you can tell they're not made with good quality Sable, and they're not well made because the brushes flailed out after drying, whereas my Silver Black Velvet, my Da Vinci, which is in between them, which is a Kosinski Sable, and the Blick Kosinski Sable on the left, all held their point after drying. Okay, I'm going to link that these brushes down below. All the colors I will list. You can get them on Amazon, at Dick Blick. I think Jerry's Artorama sells Daniel Smith colors, I believe. And the stamps came from waffleflower.com. I will put that down below as well, all the information. And then for the person who was asking me about this palette, I will link the video that I did about a year and a half, 2 years ago now, when I got them. It's probably about a year and a half ago. So everybody have a great day. Remember, be courageous, paint with wild abandon, and most of all, be kind to each other. Bye-bye, everyone.